From scenic Lighthouse Point here on the rugged coast of Maine, this is EA Sports' continuing coverage of the world of golf. With Frank Nobilo by my side, I'm Rich Lerner. Frank, as weekend golfers know, there's always part of your game that you're focused on, so I'll ask the question, what are you going to be looking at here today?
Tee to green, Rich. I know people always say putting's important. I'm not going to say it's overrated, but tee to green. If you want to play good golf day in, day out, fairways greens. That's the secret.
Iona Stephen is at the first green. This for birdie.
Well, it's the trickiest putt in golf, the straight, flat one.
Oh, yes. Very impressive right there. And that goes down for a birdie. Now at the second here at Lighthouse Point, Frank, this is some tough par 3.
If you want to try and really break the hole down and be a purist here, Rich, you'd like to hit a little cut into this green, something that moves away from the water and the cliff back towards that bunker. That would be the perfect shot to hit. It's such a difficult par 3. Anything on the green would be good here.
And that one going to continue off the back of the green, but it shouldn't be too bad from back there. So a good shot there, and likely going to limit the damage if he can finish that off.
Yeah, and at this point, you're just looking to make sure you don't make things any worse.
Are you kidding me?
That looked like it was in.
Okay, so a lot of optimism following the birdie at one, but now this, a double bogey at the second, dropped him to 1 over par. Frank, I like the mix of holes as we start out here at Lighthouse Point. Tough par 4, then a par 3, and now a scoring opportunity with a par 5 at the third.
Scoring opportunity with a good drive. Very thin fairway here, Rich. This hole is built for accuracy, and players off the tee, they're going to have to try and hit this fairway. Long fairway bunker runs almost the entire length of this hole, and it could act actually as a little helper, stop you going down by the cliff, because anything left, obviously, on that cliff line will go all the way down to the ocean. Normally they stick a tee in one end and a flag in the other. You're advanced the way. But that second shot on this par 5, that completely took the green out of play. Airmailed. That is a big mistake.
Not an ideal result there. Hoping to maybe get this close. It is on the green, but not where you want to be. That is crafty right there. A beautiful putt, and the result is a birdie. Fourth hole, and looking for a quality start. It's 411 yards and a par 4.
No fairway bunkers or bunkers really to contend with here. Cliffs to the left and also water on that side. But one of the wider fairways on this front side, made up for by a very small green. And just when I thought the momentum was going in the right direction after that birdie, please don't give it back straight away.
That's always painful. Just another couple of rolls and it drops. Time to just pick up and move on to the next hole. Fifth hole now at Lighthouse Point. Frank, it's a beefy par 4.
Another hole without any fairway bunkers off the tee, but really the main defense here at the cliffs is the elements. Find the fairway, and you'll also be hitting to a green which is protected by a little bunker to the right side of that and short. So precision, once again, required here.
A picture-perfect drive there, and a long one, too. That's right down the heart of this first fairway. Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been. 8-foot putt here. Yeah, good concentration there. That's a distance where a putt could get away, but that in for a par. Now at the second hole here at Lighthouse, it's a par 3, 234 yards. Difficult hole, Frank, especially when the wind picks up.
It is, and you can see with that bunker on the right side, that's obviously the bailout area because the problem side is to the left of this green. That's where the cliff starts to run all the way down to the ocean. This is a very difficult par 3, not just because of its length, but because it's exposed to all of Maine's elements.
Yeah, very good shot, taking it in right of the hole, and a good look upcoming. Beautiful, nicely done right there. An early birdie at the second, and a 1-under start to his round. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo, back with you at the third hole here at the Cliffs, and this is a hole that offers up a chance to put a red number on the board, Frank.
It certainly does. A good drive finding this very narrow fairway will certainly give you the opportunity to reach the green in 2. Stray a little left, either with the drive or the second, and all of a sudden you might realize this par 5 has teeth.
Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. Okay, I'll be pretty happy with that one on the green in 2, but a long ways. Frank, he'll need to refocus immediately because that's not a guarantee. 2 putts from that distance.
Exactly, Rich. No time to celebrate right now. Grind on that first putt. Get it inside that magic circle. At least try.
Goodness, are you kidding me? You won't see a longer putt than that. That was hit with a perfect pace, and it winds up an eagle. Incredible. Well, here at the par 4 at 411 yards, Frank, this is the kind of hole where you want to pull out the cell phone and maybe take a few pictures because the views are absolutely amazing.
And you also see why this golf course is called the Cliffs, that's for sure. Great vistas. This front 9 completely lines the coast, so you're going to need to keep it fairly straight on this golf course. This hole in particular, though, the fairway is actually rather generous, so you do get a little bit of reprieve off the tee, and you really want to hit the fairway because that green is very tiny, Rich.
And this ball not quite going to be a GIR. It'll come to rest on the fringe. Look out. I mean, that one came out jalapeno hot, Frank.
Using all the real estate, and now really got the work cut out to get down in 2 putts.
That's a mishit, misjudgment, and maybe another missed putt coming up. 12 feet still to go. Okay, so a lot of good work undone there. 3 under through 3, but now a double at the 4th drops him to 1 under. Now at the 5th here at Lighthouse Point, it's a par 4. Frank, what are we in store for?
When you stand on this tee, Rich, you don't see any fairway bunkers, but be careful, it can certainly fool you. The goal really with the Cliffs course is to find fairways.
That's a whopper of a tee shot. Couple more bounces. Oh, just in the first cut.
So, line of sight. The only real issue here is he'll try his second from just off the fairway. Looking to splash this softly onto the green. Yeah, that'll do just fine. Had a pretty good run at that, and par should be pretty well within reach. So this just a formality. Excellent work out of the bunker, going to help him get out of here with a par. Par 3/6 is relatively short, 198 yards, Frank.
But this one really, you've got to go airborne here. That bunker that protects the left side and front, you've got to carry that and get it to land soft so it doesn't skip through the back of the screen.
Okay, safely aboard. We turn to Notabegay III for this look at birdie.
And this is pretty flat all the way. I don't think there's much in it at all.
Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. Disappointment there. He'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. Now to the 7th hole here at Lighthouse Point. Frank, we all love the shorter par 4s.
There's so many decisions to be made here at 7. If you look at the scorecard, it's not very long, but when you start to flash your driver down that right side, you'll notice that fairway gets very narrow. So the decision is really, that's the prudent play or not. From there, it's just a short iron in, and you should be looking at birdie.
Well, somehow, that ball's got through the other side of the tree and really hadn't lost that much yardage.
So not a whole lot left to go here as he'll set up his second to this par 4. And that'll do just fine. This a shade better than 50% on the make percentage. It's for birdie. That's in for birdie, and that score moves to 2 under par. Well, a bit unusual. A third par 3 now on this front side. We're at the 8th. It's 165 yards, Frank.
And this par 3 looks nothing like the previous two. Heads towards the edge of the cliff there. Long green, almost a figure 8 or an hourglass shape. Bunkers left and right. Going to have to be straight here.
So that may be not his best of chips, but he'll have that for his par.
You'd expect that to be a little closer from where he was, and that is far from a gimme.
Yep, good work not to let that get away, and that's in for a par. We move to the 9th hole, and we begin to go inland, Frank. I'll miss some of the views along the ocean. I won't miss the nerves with the potential of a golf ball sailing off into the Atlantic Ocean. That said, par 5, you think about a scoring opportunity, but then I look at the scorecard, and it says this is the number 6 handicap hole. That's pretty tough.
It is, and the reason why is there's trouble both sides of this fairway, and that's normally sand and cliffs, and the designer's really thrown the boat out, excuse the pun. We are on the coastline here. This whole dog legs to the left, and Ideally, you just sort of like to go fairway, fairway pitch. That's the prudent way to play the hole. But of course, everybody likes to chance the driver and reach the par 5 and 2. Miss, pay the price.
Now this par 5 green is well protected. That's 2 good shots, but that bunker's there for a reason. Now, with some nifty sand play, we're looking at 4.
All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play. Oh, that one led perfectly. It is a birdie here at the 9th, and that is going to finish off a 3-under front side as they go out in 32.
Frank, you think about the great designers, Pete Dye, Alistair McKenzie, and Christian Brand is certainly in that conversation. They like to play mind games with you, and you're playing with people's heads when you look at that number on the card versus the 10th hole.
Yeah, 10th hole, which is par 4, plays a lot longer than 11, but this is it's a very clever hole. It's called what we call a tweener. It's in between a 4 and a 5. So if you walk away with here with 5, you feel like you've lost something. Walk away with 4, you feel like you've gained something. So the great par 5s are often reachable. 11, that's one of them.
And this one's only 530 yards as a par 5, and remember 10 was a par 4 at 592. Now this, for birdie at 10.
Well, and he's had great conversion on putts like this. Even when he's not close to the hole, he's left himself with very makeable opportunities.
Oh, that's good touch right there. That so nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. Now we go to the 11th hole, and this is a par 5, but it's actually shorter than the par 4 10th. This one comes in at 530 yards, and more evidence of the kind of creativity by the award-winning design team of Patel and Duncan.
Well, that's right. Patel really is known to be the shaper. He's the one that makes all those interesting shapes of the bunkers. For example, here, nipping it in the fairway, making driver almost too much club or very, very risky, plus the front bunker there. Now, this is a great par 5. The reason why, it's reachable, it's tempting, but you don't know what you're going to finish up shooting on it.
That might have come out even a little hotter than he thought, and it is into that greenside bunker. So he'll dig in here as he readies his 3rd to this par 5. Oh, how about that for a blast out of the bunker? Nearly hold it for eagle. Yeah, that's the result of some fine work out of the bunker. Just a tap in 4 and a terrific up and down. Back here now at the 12th hole, par 4, 439 yards, Frank, to the center of this green off the black tees.
And if the breeze blows left to right, this hole plays very hard. One of the reasons why, just through the fairways littered with bunkers. So not only do you have to pick the right line, but somehow you've got to get that ball the right distance as that hole bends completely to the left. Rather interesting shaped green here at 12.
This is a stiff test, no doubt. So going well up the hill to that green, will need to take an extra club here. That's got to be disappointing. Good line in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Yeah, that'll do nicely. Just beyond the hole. Super job there out of the bunker.
4 under on the deck. Well, well, well. What do we have here, partner? The par 5 13th, or is it a par 8? I can't tell.
It looks like a misprint, Rich. 702 yards, and not only that, too, they put the 2 fairway bunkers in a perfect place. Perfect place if they want to annoy your tee shot. It's going to take 310, 320 yards just to get past that. Then you've got a long, long way to go. And, of course, remember when you're on 10, this is the shared green. So 13 and 10, and this is where they meet up again at the end of a long, long walk.
Now a second from well over 300 yards. This will be about positioning. I'm not sure he got every bit of that 3-wood trying to get home to this par 5 and 2, but still in the ball game for a birdie.
Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
Cleans that up in the hole. Starting the 14th hole. So that ball knocked down by the tree. Fortunately, it didn't get it squarely, and this lie should actually be okay.
Fifteenth hole, and Frank, a return to sanity. 387 yards, par 4.
Yeah, second easiest hole on the golf course. Bends a little to the left. Just avoid the sand left and that little pot bunker on the right. And you should be set up with a relatively short iron in to a green that really the only problem is if you go long.
Boy, the rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. 93 yards is the number as he sets for his second. I was asking for it to go, and it listened. That is a really good shot. We begin the finishing stretch here at Lighthouse Point with the downhill 241-yard par 3 16th, bunker in the back, but open access to the pin. Otherwise, fun hole here. And this one slowed up by the leaves, and that's not going to be a great result. Still work to do to get this on the green. This is second.
It is a game of touch, and it is evidence right there when your touch is out. What a difference it makes. That ball went a long way past.
He has a 12-footer here. It happens. You have a tough hole. Time to pick up and move on after the triple bogey. 17th hole is another par 5 over 600 yards. You get a terrific view of Juniata Crossway Bridge just ahead. And Frank, if you jump over that bridge, you can get a dynamite lobster roll at Nielsen's Lobster Shack. I don't know if you've ever had it.
Oh,
but
it's one of the best.
It just adds to sort of the charm of this area. But what a hole this is.
S-shaped par 5. You see it bending to the right off the tee, and then the hole starts to go the other way. Magnificent view of the bridge you're just referring to. Reachable for the longest hitters, but once again, avoid the bunkers, and they're all down the right side.
Okay, that's how you bounce back right there off the double at the previous hole. Frank, a chance to get it all back right here.
Yeah, that was great composure. Could easily be sort of like licking your chops, feeling down, but all of a sudden just to stand up and hit a shot like that, impressive.
Here we go, 7-footer for birdie. He'll say he should have made that. Oh no, where was that going? No problem with that one. Frank, it's been quite a journey to this point, but here we are, the 18th hole at Lighthouse Point.
It looks like a dogleg left, or it should play like a dogleg left. You might stand on that tee and think that you can take the direct line.
You can't get there from here, can you?
Good old Maine terminology there. So the goal really is to somehow find that fairway down the right. And of course, it all depends on how far you fly that tee shot on the line you take. From there on in, just a short iron and maybe a chance to get another birdie and finish with a smile on your face.
From the fairway nota, this is second.
Looking at 143 yards to the front, 160 to the hole, coming off a bogey on the previous hole. Got to get it back here.
You'd think he'd be good at bunker shots. He's been in so many today.
Might want to take a shovel with him. Oh, yeah. Never mind the up and down. That is a different kind of up and down. Up, out of the bunker, and down into the hole.